Coming at you live from DNHQ in beautiful South Pasadena, California, where we are not dead. This is the Blue Heaven Podcast. And that's
speak for yourself.
And that's all the excitement I think we can have in the show and still be proper here. We are powered by the Overtime Podcast Network. What is going on, Dodgers Nation? Welcome to the show. Welcome to hanging out with your friends. I think this is social distancing for them, not for us so much. But
we are live from this box.
This very tiny box. My name is Clint. You can find me as Real FRG on Twitter and Instagram.
My name is Brooke. You can find me at BrookeMe3 on Twitter and Instagram. And today I wore all black because everything sucks.
Oh, don't I have that? Oh, there it is.
But
There's also Mr. Gary Lee over there in the corner doing the buttons, doing the things, waving
Mookie
awkwardly.
Betts is already in
a tiny box. How you doing, Mookie Betts? You know what? I'm going to say it first. I love you.
He already said I love you to everybody. Yeah, he beat you. He said, I love you, Clint. I love you, Brooke. Yes, I'm here. I'm assuming that Gary's coming pretty soon because he loves Gary too.
So yeah. we are back. I got stories from being out in Arizona, but we are back and we are COVID free since 2020. At least we hope. I don't know. Have you guys been tested? Did you guys go to Planned Parenthood and see if you have COVID?
Did they call it 19 because it was in 2019 that it started?
I don't know. I don't know things.
I'm really dumb, so it's just not good.
So we got to figure out what comes next for us, for the Dodgers, for sports, for life, all that kind of stuff. And there's only so few of those things we can answer. I don't think we can really answer any of them, but we're going to try. And then story time. We all got to talk internally here. We haven't really seen each other since everything broke.
Since the world fell apart.
Since the world broke. But
sorry, the world's closed today.
Ooh, can you come back in August? The world is closed today. I'm so sorry. But yeah, where were you when the thing shut down? Let us know in the comments below. But wait about, I don't know, half an hour because we're not going to see your comments.
This is going to be such a good 30 for 30. 30 for 30, the day the world stopped.
We got to announce our winner of the Gavin Lux autographed baseball, and that's coming up in about 15 minutes or so. There are actual baseball implications that come from this too. I know it's weird, it's wild, and there will be so much more on the show. But of course, first we got to give a shout out to our friends, to our buddies, to our pals. We got a social distance with our friends at sportscaster.com, where you can be the star of your own show with built-in studio graphics, special effects, all that kind of stuff. You don't get access to events right now, that's for sure. But yeah, you can look like a pro and sound like Brooke.
There you go. But guess what, guys? You can do that. Do it after the show. You got plenty of time locked in your houses for the next 6 to 8 years. So, you guys, don't forget, it's a live stream. We want to interact with you guys. We have a lot to talk about. I'm sure you guys have a lot to talk about. What better place to have your voice be heard than on the Blue Heaven Podcast, which everybody in the world is watching right now because there's absolutely nothing else to do and very little content being made. So we're going to hop into the comment section a little bit, see what you guys are up to. Make sure you let us know where you're repping Dodgers Nation from tonight and where you're quarantined at.
I see. Did you say quarantine dad? Oh,
quarantine dad.
I see our girl Katie tell us on YouTube saying Tony Stark's line, "Sorry, the earth is closed today," became so real.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah.
Katie. CJ Gonzalez, who is not AJ Gonzalez, says San Dimas high school football rules. Thank you.
Yeah. San Dimas.
Brandon Villanueva, I'm going to be white right now, says we're not 6 feet away from each other. The camera takes away 3 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
Adds.
I'm using anti-fish lens.
Yeah, Brooks' friend Gary is how far are you? 7 feet?
Thanks for bringing me.
7 or 8 feet? Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I'm like 7, 8 feet from you guys.
Jeremy Durham, representing from Nashville. I think that would be Tennessee. I've never. You just photo moment.
No, I took a picture of Gary so people could know.
Distance. Yeah. Jay Salas says we're all going to die. Bless up. Cheers to that. Cheersies.
Wait.
Don't forget it is.
Yeah, we're not supposed to do that, right?
It is St. Patrick's Day apparently. So
yeah, I'm drinking something green. I got the Bucana.
Bucanas. Just so you guys know, we were originally supposed to have a. What do you call that? A drinking heavy podcast?
Yeah, I mean, like, come on.
We were we were supposed to, but given the given the world is falling to pieces, we decided that we should just talk. How many drinks? You got a drinking problem just because you have so many.
I'm gonna slam the hand sandy.
Robert Trujillo over on Periscope has a good question. He says, "Do you guys think we'll play all 162?" Short answer, no. Long answer.
No.
Nuh-uh.
No.
See?
AJ
AJ Gonzalez, not CJ Gonzalez. Says I'm drinking Jameson for St. Patty's. I forgot it was St. Patty's. I just happened to. Never mind.
Where's BJ Gonzalez?
Oh, because there's AJ and CJ.
Because I love the Blue Jays because they're a sports team and I love sports and they're gone.
Sports.
You guys remember when we used to have sports?
You guys remember when it used to be happy? I would rather have.
I watched a game today.
I would rather have the
Wiffle ball?
Dodgers
Was it wiffle ball?
losing and at least playing. I would rather have the 2018 start to the baseball season than no baseball.
I think.
Remember how bad they sucked?
Yeah,
They
I
were
think
How
terrible.
bad Twitter was.
that's realistically the perfect segue here into our first topic, which I call C Day.
It's called Everything Sucks.
It's Corona Day. It's the day the world changed. And yeah, I was gonna say, you guys remember when the one thing we were like upset about, it was, oh man, they're gonna play sports without the fans. How dare they? Oof.
Yeah, remember when we were like, that's stupid. They wouldn't do that. That's stupid. They wouldn't quarantine full cities. That's stupid. They wouldn't shut schools down.
We're not
That's
Italy.
stupid.
Boy,
Yeah.
our faces red now. I mean, of course,
the drinking.
you know. Well, I mean, yeah, it's drinking. It's a little warmer in here. I'm a fat guy. I get it. You know, there's a lot of things. Wow, can't believe you went there, Brooke. Wow.
I wasn't listening.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But
Are we on right now?
what?
Oh no.
I'm pretty sure we're on. We're getting comments.
Oh yeah, I got the buttons.
So, what happened? And kind of, you know, what do we know now? Of course, basketball set us down this path in a way. At first, and I think, Brooke, you were on the same boat. I was angry. I was angry at Rudy Gobert because he was blatantly being a dick about it and putting other people in danger. But yes, he created change.
Without him, this would have gotten a lot further into the season. We could have potentially been facing just a complete call off of the entire baseball season.
And basketball and everything.
And
Yeah.
hockey. I don't know if anybody watches hockey, but hockey season 2. If
Isn't that what, like, a
it was,
Mexican dish?
dude, it was the weirdest thing. Do you remember where you were when the NBA shut down? Because I was driving in the 10 minutes between me getting in the car and me getting out of the car. The whole world went to hell, and I was like, "What is happening? The NBA shut down. Gobert has what is going on?" And like everything shut down. And then they showed the clip of him, you know, licking the mic, and
Yeah, and then that was just like the biggest oof you could oof.
and people were like, "What the hell's wrong with this guy?" And then it turns out a lot of people actually had it, but they just didn't know it. And you know,
Like Kevin
it's
Durant.
it's really bad timing.
Yeah.
It's really bad timing for Gobert. Like it was really not good timing considering what he did. So he had a really bad look for a little bit. I think people are kind of understanding it now. If you read like the reporters' responses that were in the room for that, they were like, it was kind of a thing like of solid. Like we read it as like solidarity with us. Like they weren't allowed near us. We had to sit far away from him. Like Gary, you were supposed to go to Arizona for the media thing.
Yeah.
And then you would have been locked in a room where they would schedule your interviews for you.
Yeah, they would
it's
come
just a
by.
weird thing for media, and so the media that was there was like, hey, like we kind of read that as like a cool thing for him to do for us. Like I understand it looks bad, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the biggest thing with the internet. We know they're only going to find the worst things you have, your worst takes. And I mean, sometimes we all make our own worst takes, looking at you, Josh Hader. But it happens, and people will trim that or whatever it may be, or quote you in the worst part of a statement or a sentence or whatever it may be. But still, that is pretty blatant.
McKenna says, is it bad to watch this while I'm doing an online final? I would say, tell
Do you
us
need
the
help?
questions.
Tell us a question. We'll help you
And
out.
I went to college and I got a degree. I forgot what for.
And now you have coronas.
He worked at Honda, and together
I've driven by a college.
I barely passed.
I've been to college parties, and they were there.
Yeah, what you got UCI, you got, where'd you go? Riverside?
Cal State Fullerton.
Oh, you got UCI, you got Fullerton, you got Rio Hondo's finest right
There you
here.
go.
So
There you go.
boom, we are,
We're Stan. We need our lawyer.
and that's why we're Stan is not our lawyer.
yeah.
We cannot.
Please read the
say
disclaimer that he hasn't written yet. Yes.
So yeah, I had the day where I was pissed at Gobert, and I think everybody did. And then 2 days, 3 days after the fact, he came out with his explanation and his apology, and it was
And it's
contrite.
500 grand.
And
It
it's
was
500 grand.
contrite. It was didn't seem like it was read like magic, telling people, "Hey, what am I supposed to do with my hands? Whatever nation I'm talking to today." Whatever nation's paying me today, Laker Nation, Dodger Nation,
LAFC
whoever.
Nation.
nice kid for this show.
I don't think he is.
He is absolutely not. I love that, man. You could just insert a quarter and he'll say he's the original cameo. Oh God. Continue. I'm gone.
He's
I'm
basically a teleprompter. He's a walking teleprompter. So
Who's that Will Ferrell character from Anchorman? Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ron Burgundy.
Yeah.
I'm
Magic
Ron Burgundy.
I'm Ron Burgundy. But so I'm really gonna be stuck on that for a while.
Yeah, I'll be there for a little bit.
Yeah. So his Go Bears, message was good, and I think it got him out of the doghouse for sure. But again, after the day afterwards, somebody on one of my tweets was like, you got to really look at this with the positive perspective of it. And I'm like, bro, I don't do positive. But this opened up the Pandora's box in a way that we wouldn't want baseball to be shut down after like 3 games. We wouldn't want whatever sport. We would want more people to be getting sick, whatever it may be. So, yeah, I mean, it's tough, but it was coming. And
Yeah,
it's better to get her out of the way now.
yeah. I mean, it was gonna come eventually, so whatever. That's what she said. It sucks. Everything's bad, anyways. I don't want to pin it on one guy, unless you want to pin it on the president. 'cause
I mean,
the
just
president
know
wasn't prepared for it,
what
so.
he did though was
Remember back when
He
we
started-
had task force and whatnot?
yeah, but he started us getting our health system ready for this, flattening the curve. He's the one that started it. So, he did it by accident, stuff like that. But
Right.
it's good. I have a very good friend who works in the emergency room over in Inland Empire. She tells me how crazy it was last week. Everybody just coming in for no reason, just a sniffle, and they want to be tested, and they were taking up resources. So she says it's calmed down just a little bit, but it's just getting people who need help, get them the help, and get the people out of the way.
What are they prescribing? Is it just like
There's no
bottled
prescription.
water and toilet paper, and they send you on your way? Is that how?
For
it
what? For coronavirus?
is?
No, the problem is there's no testing kits,
I
and
know.
then they're testing. So
was being
people are just coming
facetious.
in. Yeah, people are just coming in, and those people who after they leave the emergency room, they're going to go steal all the toilet paper. I mean,
Yeah,
these
if
are
you're
the people,
sick, actually,
you know?
I think you get a front of the line pass to Costco, so that's pretty cool.
I
That
haven't
saves you
had
4 hours.
I haven't had toilet paper in like 2 weeks, so
That was one thing I told.
we have tissues at home.
I told.
Really?
Yeah,
I told
there's
Mrs.
no toilet paper.
I told Mrs.
Oh,
FRG
man.
like, hey, you should probably get some ass wipe before I
Yeah,
bail
good
because I
call.
don't trust
the world.
people. There was
4 Targets in the past like 3 days.
Well,
and
there's
they're
your
still,
problem.
They're
You don't
still
go to
sold
Twar-
out.
you don't
Well,
go to
yeah.
Target.
The next move is go to Smart and Final, and then Smart and Final was sold out. The next move from there is go to 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven.
Dude, everybody's
Minute.
been rolling there at 5 a.m. Have you seen the lines? Like
Yeah,
people who
I
start
don't.
rolling at
I
5
don't care
a.m. That's
enough
crazy.
to get up that
Minute,
early.
let me
Yeah.
teach you. Let me teach
got
you what you
tissues,
do.
I'm fine.
What you no, not tissue.
No,
tissue.
tissues,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. That
Tissues.
what you do is you go to AutoZone, you get the blue shop towels, and then you get a reciprocating saw. You chop it into like 3s,
Right.
maybe 2s. If you,
Yep.
I'll go with the 2s because
Yep.
boys wide
I
load.
saw one with like a knife and a paper towel. And they just
Yeah,
like,
boom.
They're like,
That's why I'm.
Toilet paper.
Oh, it's gonna happen. I don't understand why people are like all of this, and yet here's paper that absorbs things, and we won't touch that. No,
my wife
no,
was
no.
like, you can't flush paper towels, and I was like, yes, you can. Then that's how that conversation went. She's not gonna understand what the hell that means, even though she's watching.
Yeah, she's like, tell him I'm mad.
Google, what is DNA?
So, I mean, back to the sports and the baseball and all that and the basketball, really. The argument, you've seen the argument made that, well, baseball's a non-contact sport. Why are they stopping? Or how come we can't play games without, a crowd or whatever it may be? Well, baseball is very much a contact sport because you're touching the ball. Pitchers do their. I mean, I think that was one of the things that Oral Hershiser talked about.
Yeah.
We stole the video from our friends over at Sportsnet. So hashtag credit to Sportsnet, but it's on our DodgersNation.com YouTube. So much of the game is touching this ball. I'm holding a baseball podcast.
I don't wanna know.
Yeah, no. Stay 6 feet away from the ball
Hands
until I
above
drill
the
you.
desk.
Whoa. What is this, junior high? But yeah, people touch the ball a lot. Thankfully, it doesn't seem to be really prevalent in baseball. There was 2 Yankees minor leaguers right as of now,
Yep.
and I mean I'm sure more. are
Wait,
gonna
people
come
aren't
out.
really worried about the players, are they?
People are worried about sports happening.
Because the whole reason we're not going to baseball games is because the crowd. and the drunk people who are pissing everyone, and coughing on everybody.
Yeah,
No,
like
no,
that's the people everybody's worried about.
I don't think
not
anybody's-
washing hands and stuff like that.
I don't think anybody's realistically worried about the athletes themselves.
Dude,
Like,
athletes
it's
are professional United
they're-
States
they're built to
athletes.
survive
Like,
that.
yeah, they have people
We
to
are
take
not.
care of them. No,
We
yeah.
have no money and no muscle and
Well, I
no
mean,
physical
still,
fitness.
Yeah. But if your 25-man roster ends up with the coronas, what are you supposed to do?
Heal them.
Oh,
It just I mean the
when the
mild,
healers turn in the party comes up, you heal.
When you get the healers.
from the
I got you.
reported cases, 80% is mild, right? But it's like flu symptoms,
Yeah.
right? From the reported ones, the
And obviously,
non-reported
yeah,
ones are the ones that are.
What you're
scary.
going with is all these people are top-notch athletes that are designed to handle this sort of
Yeah,
thing.
their body can
Uh-huh.
do like most of
Like
that's-
me.
It's a respiratory issue,
Yeah.
and these guys have amazing
Just like
respiratory
him.
issues or respiratory systems. You know,
So yeah, thankfully the Dodgers do appear clear. Which I mean, the longer any one sport can stay, clear of it, the sooner we could at least start playing games even without a crowd. Probably won't happen, but the sooner that can kind of sort of happen. So let's mash into a few of the comments here. If you got anything there offhand, Brooke.
Oh, Rhino says, yeah, they're sitting in the dugout together. Like, yeah, if you're talking about players specifically, yeah, of course. They're in the dugouts together. They are in the clubhouses naked. They're getting naked together in the clubhouses. That happens. And this, whatever this thing is, I don't know enough about it. You guys shouldn't listen to anything I say in regards to science.
Personal foul, excessive use of dead ass.
Yeah, something about it survives on surfaces for up to X amount of hours. So it has nothing to do with the fact that it's not a contact sport. It has nothing to do with anything like that. It's that's not the problem. The problem is you're putting a lot of people into one small area. That's all that matters.
yeah.
Can I call you CDC Me 3?
Ooh, I got a new handle. Someone
X
don't
amount of
take
hours.
that handle.
Somebody
You're
get
gonna
out
buy
of
it for $100 after
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah, there's your burner
Everybody's
account.
selling everything.
There's your. Oh, look, we got AJ in the stream. He said Rio Hondo Golf Course at his finest. I know what he's talking about. I've dropped him off at his family's
Golf
fancy
course?
mansion. Oh, it's right next to there. Ed Jackson says, stay well. We will do our best. Daniel Vargas says, great job, guys. Best way to stay in touch with the Blue Crew. We thank you.
you,
Well,
Daniel.
thank you. We appreciate you, man.
We don't know what else to do. So this
I mean,
is
our
what we're going
plan
to be
is
doing.
our plan is to reach out to some players and other Dodgers officials and try to let them communicate with all the fans later, in the next coming weeks. So.
The good news is they have nothing to do right now except to just stay up to shape. And that's pretty much it. That's all they're going to be doing.
It's Tuesday for anybody listening on the podcast side, but I think Wednesday we have a call scheduled with our boy Ross Stripling, who is going to be driving back from Arizona on Wednesday. So he's like, "Oh yeah, dude, I got plenty of time to talk to y'all." So that's coming up. Check that out on our YouTube, and we'll probably have that at the end of the week. Our friend of the show, Charles Hamill, says if you're really hard up for sports, just go to the grocery store and watch people. It's an extreme sport, and you get to participate.
I watched my neighbor the other day try to gather all of his grocery bags from his trunk, and he had like 10, and he was really trying to balance all of them, and then had something under his arm. And so I sat in my window and I just watched him for probably like 10 minutes try to get it into his house. That's
he
my
spill?
sport.
Classic.
Did he
No,
do it?
He made it.
He made it.
Yeah, it took him a
Wow.
while. He had to keep stopping and picking stuff up and rearranging, but he did it. I'm proud
Should
of you,
record it.
whatever
Should
your
be like,
name is.
At the 40, the
So-
30. the
sounds like a
20.
classic Kevin move.
Not helping.
Yeah.
It was very entertaining.
Dusting my quaff.
So if you
I
guys
kept-
if you guys were looking for some sort of sport, we can we should try to think of something that we can just live stream, like our version of a sport.
Yes, we should. Play the clip now. See? Boom. This is why we
I
get
meant
together
like,
early.
like something else,
Yeah.
like a well, I'm not gonna arm wrestle you. I'll probably break my arm.
That's
Staring
that's
contest.
We can't touch.
not- yeah.
You put like a
Wireless.
thing between us.
Well, yeah, if you guys have
Staring contest.
ideas, if you guys, I mean, we're here to dance for you people. So, like, until we get the coronas, us three are going to stay in this lockbox and just go out into the world for, what is it, just toilet paper?
Marble racing. That's what
And marble
That's
racing
what
is all
McKenna
we're
just
going
said.
out for.
That's
Oh,
a
that-
big
that's
thing
fun.
right now. People
That
are
is
watching
fun.
that.
Yeah.
We were so desperate because what me and my group do, and this is getting a little ahead of our the show here
Ahead of our times.
in story time here, but when I go to Arizona with my boys, we just gamble an excessive amount of dollars on like against each other on the games, whatever it may be called, ball and strike. Who got that? It's basically 50-50 game sort
I
of
missed
thing.
that game.
Hell, it's so much fun. It's
It is.
incredible time. But we were so desperate. we were sitting, like in between the excessive amount of downtime that we're working ourselves around. We were gambling on what commercial was going to come up next on TV.
Ooh.
That's
we gotta,
a problem.
That's the thing. We gotta help those
work.
gambling sites, Gary. We gotta figure out something we can bet on.
I think we should.
Dog racing? Are they still dog racing?
No, dogs.
That would be okay.
Tortoise fighting.
I don't think you can
Tortoise
dog
fight.
race.
I don't know. Do
That's
tortoises
not,
fight?
That's
No,
not fair to
dog
the
racing
dogs.
is fine. Dog fighting is what Michael Vick is not.
He fought
I'm
dogs.
Yeah.
He's like, come at me, boy. Here, boy. I'll get you. Nah, Mike Vick. We don't want to talk about Mike Vick.
No.
But I'm sure there are people here that don't like the dog racing thing. But we do need new sports, whether it's
I didn't know they still did that.
can we play
Oh, how about that
blitzball?
robot fighting?
Can we play
Celebrity
Remember?
Deathmatch.
robot fighting?
It's a good time for Celebrity Deathmatch to come back.
Oh yes.
I don't
A
know.
lot of
all
people
the,
against
because all the
Vanessa
clay,
Hudgens right
they have
now.
to touch all the clay too.
It's bad. Yeah, you can't touch the clay.
Oh man.
yeah.
What else? Let's see. Let's find one more question before we get to the giveaway winner. Even though I did that, even though I
Drum
have
roll.
a bad drum roll here. Let's find one more. Katie says to stop touching our faces. We don't know how. We're like that lady who was like, "Don't touch anything."
I wasn't touching my face.
Have you seen this face? Would you not want to touch it?
You know what's really weird? when you see a flipped picture of Brooke, you're so used to his crooked nose one way.
But then it's the other way.
When it's the other way, it's like mind blowing.
You're like, hold
I'm
up.
telling you.
What happened to his face?
Daniel Vargas has a deep question here, but we'll answer it quickly. What do you think will happen with the Alex Cora situation since it went silent?
Ooh.
That's prioritization.
Let's go with you, Brooke. Well, actually, Gary, you already nailed it. Go for it. Expand.
Yeah, you already
I don't
stole
know
it.
if that makes the news cycle just because
Yet.
there's other important things to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I agree it is important. It did go silent, but I think when everything else, all the other smoke clears, he'll still be there, waiting to get punished.
You know what I just remembered? We made fun of it when that tweet came out that said that MLB is putting the Red Sox punishment on the back burner for coronavirus.
We made fun of it.
We did make
I
fun
think
of
we
it.
just talked about it.
We were like,
We're a very serious show.
yeah, we've never laughed.
Wait. Shit. Do I have it? I don't. And that sound means it's time to announce our giveaway winner.
Oh,
think.
I got a button.
Oh, yeah. We're giving away this fine, delicious, not recently touched with coronavirus, autographed Gavin Lux baseball.
This
And
might be the
Lux.
last autograph ball ever.
Ever.
Because we're not allowed to touch anybody anymore.
Are autographs like going up in price right now?
Yeah, they are. Big time.
Oh.
Have you seen eBay? Oh,
Are they?
I'm sure you guys haven't checked it. I was looking at it the other day. Autographs shot up.
Really?
Yeah. Like a pretty decent percentage.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, the
don't know.
winner
Good for those
of that,
memorabilia companies.
I can't find the drum roll button, so I'm just going to do that. Rick Kaufman of Cannonsburg, Pennsylvania. Come on down. You are the winner of that fine Gavin Lux autographed baseball.
Hit the button.
Which one?
Yay!
Wow, you don't like Pennsylvania that much?
Everybody else is mad they didn't win. That's everybody
Rick
else.
Kaufman,
Yeah.
Cannonsburg, Pennsylvania. Please email us at podcast@DodgersNation.com to claim your prize. You got to wait, or was it 48 hours? 48 hours. Please email us within the next 48 hours after podcast launch day, which is Wednesday. If you don't, we will turn it into
We will
toilet
eat
paper.
the ball.
Oh,
Remember, we don't actually have the ball. We're getting it shipped from someone, so don't blame us
yeah, we didn't do it.
for any contamination.
Yeah, we don't like to touch anything.
We don't touch balls.
Yeah, what he said.
Eric, our boy Eric V, producer Eric, says, "Where's the social distancing?" There's Eric. Come on, you know cameras. Camera shortens by 4 feet.
We're cousins. We can't get infected. Or something like that.
Yeah, because that's where it goes, boy.
I took a biology class.
Yo, Eric's been working hard.
Yeah, he's gone.
Dude's been working.
Hamilton's in the stream. He says, "Sports. I remember sports. You know."
Hey, Hamilton? I remember Hamilton.
Oh,
Look at you, Hamilton.
I hate. I feel bad for the people that don't get the inside jokes of what now 111 episodes of this crap.
Sorry.
But
Well, look,
we love
they're
you
still
guys.
here.
Hamilton also suggests that we should start a rock paper scissors league, and I got to tell you guys story time. So short version is my buddy. We'll call him Mo Tickle Pants. I golf with him quite often. He's a little slow. and he consistently struggled with the rhythm that we were playing on Rochambeau because we
Oh.
also bet dollars on Rochambeau. Actually, we bet drinks with Rochambeau, but it's shoot
Right.
on 4.
Yeah.
Couldn't get it.
Shoot.
I even told him, okay, just keep pounding. We'll say every time it's rock. He still would shoot rock on like 3.
Rock.
Mo Tickle Pants, ladies. He's single. Roach asked, when is the Blake DeWitt signed baseball giveaway? Man, throwback Thursday. You guys remember when Blake DeWitt was the future?
What do you think Blake DeWitt's up to now? He's probably quarantined.
No, it's in self-quarantine for sure.
Yeah. Oh man, Dodger Ryan 124 on YouTube says first year I got season tickets and it got delayed.
Oh,
That's
and
a
you're gonna
bummer,
take
man.
us too.
I'm so
That
sorry.
sucks.
Look, if it makes you feel any better, I had opening day tickets and I had tickets to the Laker game on Sunday, and I had tickets to the 1974 concert in May, and all of those are. And the opening day ticket. Here's the worst part. You want to hear the worst part, Gary? Here's the worst part. If they still play 162 games, I'll get to go to that opening day, but I paid $150 for a ticket that, when it's played, will probably be worth $30,
Right.
maybe $25.
Right.
So joke's on me.
You know what sucks is those
better
people
make it
who
right.
paid people who paid money for the Angels opening day tickets.
Oh, for the Astros
Oh,
booing
that's
fest?
gonna be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric says that Blake DeWitt was playing back when he started. Man, don't date yourself that way, my man.
Oh man, Eric.
Yeah, you say somebody like
been a
Alex
minute, brother.
Verdugo. Oh, now I feel sad. Now I feel sadder. But that's another one of the
Aw.
things. So you
That
guys
was
are
back
talking
in the day
about.
when Eric was holding the camera. Now he doesn't do that anymore.
He still does.
Does he?
He still does occasionally.
It's not always Hunter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he
Dude,
didn't-
Hunter does it well.
He didn't just hire like a camera boy. Come here, boy.
Just kidding, Eric.
Who am I supposed to leave? Hey, Reyes. Wow. Now I have friends in the stream. So
You
it's
have
gonna get
friends?
weird. Thank you.
Yep.
On that note, is the what comes next. Obviously, there's going to be a shortened season. Baseball Today just announced that all 30 clubs are going to give at least $1 million to each of the
$1 million.
I have it. That seemed astute.
There you go. I've been holding that in all day.
Wait, you don't have it, do you? Eric says, "Stop, Gary, stop exposing me." This is your tell. Mikhail says, "What or who is 1974?"
I said 1975.
You said 74. I did hear 74. I was like, is this guy
Very
saying
good
I
year.
have tickets to the 1974 World Series or something like that? It's like
I have
around.
tickets. I missed out. I don't know why I gave myself an old timey
you're
voice.
Quite
It's the
late.
70s.
It's the 70s. Yeah.
Whatever,
But
man.
yeah, when are fans gonna get like refunds on tickets? How is that gonna work?
When do I get my monies back?
There's a lot of weird.
They'll make it up to you.
How many games do we think people are actually gonna play? How many? I should say, baseball. How many games do we think baseball's gonna end up trying to play or will play? Because they can't go into November.
This is what I'm thinking. The NBA has kind of already said that they're going to play into June and July and maybe August. That encroaches on baseball time. So therefore, I think baseball is going to encroach on NBA time, which is, and NBA might not care because NFL rules all. They might encroach on October, November, December.
Baseball can't.
Why?
Because
Why not?
stadiums, there are so many cold stadiums that are open air. You can't play baseball in Colorado in November. You can't play baseball at Target Field in Minnesota in December. It just doesn't work unless you're going to play on 6 feet of snow.
The Rockies don't really play baseball in November, December anyways. Does it matter? You know?
Take that, Chuck Nasty.
You guys ever seen him without a beard? It's so creepy.
I don't like him.
Like without a beard? Or just
I
in
just
general?
don't like him.
Can we load up on double headers? Alfredo?
That's one option.
But you're gonna kill everybody.
Yeah.
Dude, have you ever played 2 games in one day? It's rough.
The only
It's not
teams that can
good.
do that are deep teams like the Dodgers.
Playing slow pitch softball in two games in a day is tough on your body, and that's just like one day a week, like once a year.
Kids these days.
Yeah, you know how they are. Outfielders always have to
Wait,
run.
did you play like 6-game tournaments?
Suck.
Yeah.
Oh, we can play 2 rounds of bowling. Is it 2 rounds or
2 rounds of
A
bowling.
good time. Yeah,
I get tired when I play 2
Can
games of
there
bowling.
still be bowling? Because I would bet on that too.
I would watch bowling. I would play bowling. I'm a bad bowler.
But like, they have to sort of figure out that schedule, that mix. I think like if I'm revamping the schedule, I get rid of interleague play altogether because it's pointless. You have to eliminate like one playing the
NL West.
the teams playing against one division or whatever. I feel like with where we're at, baseball would be incredibly lucky to play 100 games.
I really just don't see anything good coming out of this. I think they could put on the season, but you can't push it that far. There's no way you can. I mean, they're talking about playing like near Thanksgiving. You can't get much further.
Well, wait,
You
here's
can't
the
even
real
get really
question.
close to this.
How many games do the Dodgers need to play to make it feel that the World Series that they win was
100?
worth it?
7.
They need to play 100 games.
100 games?
When the Lakers won their championship on the shortened season, or
No, the Knicks.
the
No, not the Knicks.
No,
that
the-
was Spurs.
Spurs.
The Phil Jackson Spurs.
Sorry, guys.
Yes.
I'm gonna be real quiet, real quick. Go ahead. There was no ice here, and I wanted ice for my liquor.
It's just a strange feeling. Like it's good,
Uh-huh.
but it's also kind of like man. I wish it would have been a full season. Like it would feel better if this was a full season. It doesn't feel. I don't know. Like if they played 80 games or whatever, wouldn't it just feel strange?
Yeah, and then win a World Series. I would absolutely hate that. To
I
win a
know.
World Series, wait this long, win a World Series, and only play
I don't
80
want
games.
any.
The 81
I don't want
Dodgers
any
did.
asterisks
Yeah.
next to my World Series.
the
That's
81
the problem.
Dodgers played.
They did.
I forgot how many games, but it was not
They,
a full.
they missed the entire month of July, June or July or something like that. They missed the
And-
full month of games.
When we look back at 81, we look back at the record setting infield got their championship. A lot of their guys that drug fueled Steve Howe got his.
If you were, I was 10 years from even being thought of.
Speaking of old enough, Tim Rogers jumps in the stream. He says
Hello.
interleague play is mandatory because 15 team splits. I mean, yes, I get that, but I think if you adjust the schedule a certain way, it's not baseball. Any sport isn't going to be what we expect. Isn't going to follow suit in what makes sense. If we get games in, we're all going to be happy. I mean, my money, if I was betting, my money's on dystopian future coming before anything else. So.
I'm a big fan of dystopian future.
I played. Oh, dude, I am so. By the way, guys, I'm drinking out of one of the Dodger Stadium Moscow Mule cups today because I feel so sad. Speaking of that, speaking of sad, how cool was it? Like just the stupidest little things, like hearing Joe Davis's voice while he's cooking meat, or Dieter Rule playing that little bit of piano on his Twitter.
I got like way too excited watching Joe talk about cooking meat. He's like, oh, so
Well,
here's
how
what
about
we're
him
gonna be
calling
doing,
his
guys.
son's dunk?
That was cool too.
Dude, he's calling play-by-play on his 2-year-old dunking the ball.
That's all I need in my
Flexing.
life.
Love you,
if
Joe.
If he could just watch me play Warzone on Call of Duty and just call it for me, be great.
Tell you what,
And Brooke
I'm gonna do
died
it.
10
We gotta
seconds into the
stream
game.
We got to stream that.
That's a terrible Joe Davis. He's like
I can't do Joe Davis. I can't do
Oh,
anybody.
that's a pull.
You can't. He's married. Yeah, sorry.
Ooh,
And Brooke dies.
I can't even do a good Vin Scully voice anymore. Everything
Hi,
sucks.
everybody. Brooke died.
It just
that one kind of went
You're
into.
almost Dr. Nick from The Simpsons.
Yeah, well, hi, everybody. Hi, Doc. My Vin Scully is the Dan Castellaneta version of Vin Scully from The Simpsons.
Oh yeah.
And they're throwing pretzels at Whitey Ford, and he's down.
It's like getting into the John Madden.
I'm Brockmeyer, basically.
Well, if Brett Favre could go,
If you guys want to hear more impressions,
this is your channel.
mash that unfollow button now. Another one of the things as we kind of get on the what comes next, the final thing I had is what comes with the scheduled promotions. And hey, Eric, you're here. You work for the Dodgers now
Where are those
from home.
Muncie bobbleheads?
Yeah,
at?
where's our Muncie bobblehead? The other giveaways, like, are they gonna have just like back doubleheader fireworks shows?
They're gonna take all those.
2 times as many fireworks?
They're gonna take all those bobbleheads they were
Fire
supposed to
hazard.
have, and they're
burn
gonna
'em.
end up with those Tommy Lasorda bobbleheads we never found. Didn't we lose like 30,000 Tommy Lasorda bobbleheads, and we never found them?
40,000.
They just
being
never
sold in
showed up,
China.
didn't they? I'm pretty sure they never found those.
China eBay.
Dodger Ryan.
Speaking of which, I have 40,000 soda bobbleheads if anybody's interested.
Dodger Ryan 124 says, "Did you guys pick up MLB 20?" Oh, Gary got MLB 20. Gary, you want to tell him about your prowess at baseball gaming?
I suck. I barely figured out how to switch teams, so I am sorry, but I am starting to figure it
personal
out.
foul.
It is really fun. I actually starting to play it, and today was really bad. I didn't even play it. I just watched a simulation, and I got excited when Cody Bellinger hit a home run. That's how bad. That's how bad it is right now. But I'm gonna get better at this. I'm gonna figure out how to stream this.
We should gamble. But
We are going to figure out how to play, and I know some people are talking about doing a league or something like that. But definitely, I mean, we have the equipment to have some fun.
We got the tools. Yeah. We got the talent. Well,
but do you think people will watch a simulated game?
We have tools.
No. You think?
Yeah, seriously. Like, that's something we would consider. Like, each one of us, each day, playing that day's game.
I can play every single day and stream it and talk to you guys in the comments because I got nothing better to do with my time.
I could
this is your life now.
This is what I do. Everything sucks, and I take my dog for a walk, and I play MLB The Show.
Wait, how do you say walk in Spanish again? I can't think of it.
My dog only speaks Spanish. Good dog.
On the note of the reduced, how would you feel about the Dodgers winning a season where there's reduced amount of games? Eric says it's still better than beating on a trash can to win it all. So, got him.
Oh yeah. By the way, guys, don't let them forget. Mm-hmm. Don't let them forget.
Listen to.
Wait, is Eric going to work on a graphic for Dodger Stadium, like a trash can to get the crowd hype? Boom, boom.
He's going to mix that into Seven Nation Army.
There you go.
Boom, 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 boom.
Ooh, there you
Sorry
go.
for your guys'
good.
car speakers.
There's an idea for you.
Eric's going to be busy tonight.
No, he's working on the Kenley Jansen hometown series right now. Hurry up, bro! Like, I want to watch that. We need things. We definitely.
Oh,
we're
is
desperate.
Kenley next?
Mm-hmm.
Who's after Kenley? We don't know.
Everybody's done.
You know who should be
We only
next?
did 3.
Eric.
Us.
Eric.
Eric is.
Eric, you should do your own.
Eric do himself.
This is where I
Whoa,
live.
I'm sorry. Raw phrasing. Sorry.
I don't know what Eric After Dark you've been watching, but we didn't pay for the premium Snapchat.
Eric's down for the idea.
Which one?
I don't know.
Oh man.
Which one? Because a lot of things happen right now. The funny thing is, I was thinking about hitting him up and being like, "Hey, you want to Skype with us and social distance?"
Yeah.
Anyways.
That's what he wants to do.
Anyways, those are things. Now we're getting closer to. Well, I guess it is story time. Story time, boys.
But I thought we were just
Is
doing
that what
story
it says
time.
right now?
Well, I mean.
Oh yeah, we're after the Gavin Lux baseball.
Oh, don't forget. Don't forget.
We're
Ashley
in-
said she'll do a cartwheel for $1.
Oh yeah.
Live?
OnlyFans.
Live stream?
Eric says we signed up for his OnlyFans. Oh,
That's a different After Dark.
guys. I feel better. Doing this. We're probably all gonna get the Cronus in here or whatever, but
That's okay.
Cool.
like,
It's fine.
I haven't been happy.
I haven't smiled in 4 days.
We haven't
so
felt
Yeah.
happy.
I've
Only
never
when
felt
kissing
happy,
your
but-
wife goodnight, of
Yeah.
course.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a
Yeah.
money save right
Yo,
there,
man,
Gary.
that's 10 years of experience.
And my
Just, like,
dog.
explaining to
My
you.
dog is great.
So, story time. We've talked a lot about everything else. Now you guys participate along with us. Where was everybody when this went down?
Which?
When sports was pulled out from under you?
I said I was in the car when the NBA shut down, and as soon as I saw the NBA shut down, I was like, NHL will be next, probably within an hour. And then NHL came on and said, we're not shutting down. And then I was like, no, they're going to shut down. And then the next day they shut down. So I knew that NHL would follow NBA pretty quickly. Was not expecting that reaction from baseball. Was not expecting it to move that fast in baseball. It was like, boom, boom, we're done. And I was like, whoa, ho, 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 and you were gone. And I was by myself, and I was like, I'm sad. Everything hurts. My body hurts. And I was like, and then I saw the thing.
Wait, Gary, you should do that.
I saw the tweet with you when you were driving.
No.
When you were driving to Arizona.
acknowledging that.
And I was like, I gotta send it to him. And then I sent it to you, and you're like, yeah, everything sucks. We
No.
have beer.
I was in the parking lot at Camelback Ranch.
That's good timing.
I was there at Camelback Ranch in the parking lot. We drove overnight. I was stuck behind this giant alien tube, we were calling it, on the 10, like all the way from basically all the way from Morongo to wait, is it Morongo? Morongo, right?
Pachanga or
Pachanga,
Morongo?
whichever one of those casinos. I'm as much as I've talked about gambling, I'm not actually a gambler, but plus.
Yeah, thank you.
So we were stuck behind this tube, and the son of a bitch tube was keeping me going. Can you get this 70 miles an hour in the 70 zone?
They were making you go to the speed limit?
Right? Savages. On because in the middle of the night they were moving this giant 2-lane oversized vehicle thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
sucks.
And it, you know how long it lasted till state line.
Oh.
So basically, it added about 45 minutes to my drive because you boys know, I drive less than what is illegal to get your car towed away or taken away.
Arizona State Troopers remember him.
Yeah.
We've passed them several times.
Yeah.
They get right up next to him and just stare at him.
So that was the thing. So yeah, we had a wonderful breakfast at Cracker Barrel. Shout out, send us some biscuits. I got to pause right there because that was a good thing. There was a lady there. She had a nice ass, and we called them biscuits because the biscuits were delicious too. Anyways,
Ladies,
I've
I
only
apologize.
been to Cracker Barrel one time, and I was honestly not that impressed, and that's my hot take.
I don't even know what
'cause
Cracker Barrel is.
you ate grandma. You ate grandma. You got to eat grandpa
No.
at Cracker Barrel.
Okay, well,
Anyways,
What kind of food
context
is
is everything.
breakfast.
that?
Breakfast.
Like, better than Chompies?
No, nothing's better than
Chompies gave us free stuff, so I'm legally obligated to say that Chompies was better. Anyways,
yeah.
Eat fresh.
so we were at the ballpark by then. We loaded up. It was a struggle, guys. We only had 90 beers in the car at that particular time, and we're there chilling in the. I mean, not like we hadn't ingested 90 beers by
They were
that
just
point.
in the car.
We were in the parking lot. I was tailgating. I brought the car that I've been wanting to tailgate in for quite some time. And, we're seeing the ushers. We're seeing concession people come up. We met a nice guy named Wayne. He's the beer guy.
Okay.
And I was telling him, Wayne, things are probably about to get bad. And he's like, all right, well, we'll see you guys on the inside. And I'm like, no, you won't. And
Good luck, Wayne.
Minutes later, it starts getting to that point where it's like, oh, today's game is going to be rained out. And I was like, oh, you're playing the rain card right now, aren't you, Camelback Ranch Twitter? At the same time, it's like Passon and Rosenthal are saying baseball is likely heading towards a stoppage. There's going to be a call right now or coming up in 20 minutes with the owners and the commissioner and all this kind of stuff. And it just kept getting worse and kept getting worse. And then hits that point where people are walking out. And you're like, oh, man, here it goes. We got
Random thought. Why don't they do the whole collective agreement this summer? Instead of waiting till next summer.
because then we won't get baseball back at all.
We might as well just strike now.
But, yeah, so we were there, and baseball died while we were in the parking lot, like 25 deep. And beers, not people. And, so that was it. That was how baseball died. So it was like, well, I guess let's just there's a vacation, boys. Let's party. Let's pretend Corona doesn't exist this weekend.
Uh-huh.
And we had a good time. I golfed. Played a very nice round of golf. Won $40. Has someone gotten paid it, but that's it. That was my life.
But
That's
you
how
won
everything. That's how my weekend went.
You came home early because the bar shut down.
Sunday, we were at the pool. Stupidly, we're drinking. We're having a good time. We have our own music because their music sucks. And as soon as I see the tweeters, or I saw it from Arash Markazi said, bars, nightclubs, all that stuff shuts down. I'm like, hey boys, all right, things are getting real in Cali.
We should go.
I'm not staying at Quartzsite for 2 weeks. I don't want, because that was the biggest fear. It's like if they're shutting down bars, chances are that by the morning the border might be closed down. You don't know. You really don't know. Hey, things were getting weird, Broseph.
Yeah,
all right.
True.
And there was, we only had by that point we only had Gatorade left, so it's like I'm not
Brother Gatorade.
Brother Gatorade. Oh, you guys remember when
I
we hit
miss him.
baseball? So the funny thing is that the bar closure and all that stuff that meant hit at midnight on Monday. So we drove back, late night Sunday, and I'm passing by an Applebee's or whatever. We're passing by an Applebee's in Covina on the 10, and it is just wall to wall people at like 11:45, like people like knowing their lives are about to get shut down.
Right.
Yeah. So that's my story. It was rough. Ryan Moore asks how I can wear this 2017 shirt. Hey, it's the last time my Dodgers won a World Series.
Might be the last time you saw them
Because we were robbed.
alive.
Gary, where were you when it happened?
What day was it?
Thursday.
Wednesday the league shut down. Thursday was Wednesday NBA shut down. Thursday was
Honestly, I've been
carryover.
home for this is the first time I've been out of my house since that day.
Oh,
So it's
You've been
everything's
playing-
been a blur.
you've been playing Mario Kart.
Been playing Mario Kart and learning the show and dealing with an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old and just to do legally. But yeah, it's been I don't know. I don't know where I was. I just heard the news. I was like, well, that's expected. It makes sense. I mean, like I was watching all the other health reports by then, so it just makes sense. Just readying, hunkering down, and just figuring out where to buy food because every store in South Pass is like empty.
Yep. I went to Target. Almost died at Target.
Are they shoving hard?
They're not nice people.
Really? I have to say, South Pass people were cordial. I mean, people were nice.
I'm a North Pass dog. We don't play.
Yeah.
Thug life.
We don't play no games in North Pass.
man.
Old Town.
Colorado.
Yeah, that's
Old Town, Colorado.
that's
Represent.
basically South Altadena, and that's where
Yeah.
the poors live.
We don't
poor
do
rich
well.
people.
Why do you think I'm up there?
We got I got a correction. I said Applebee's. It was TJF. My bad, Reyes.
Same place.
Gary Dillon in the stream busting out a third world problem, which I mean that's another thing too. It's like where are we being greedy? Where are we whatever?
This
on
one's
this?
okay to complain about.
He just paid. Gary just paid for his MLB TV subscription, $250, because in Australia,
$250 for MLB TV.
apparently there's
$70.
a nasty. He says there's a nasty exchange rate in Australia, so
Dang.
it's like he's stuck at home,
You know how
no
much
Dodgers,
sneakers are
and
there?
out.
Like almost
To
a
an-
grand. Anyways,
Really?
Like real, like
We feel for you,
Jordan
Gary.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's
We feel for
crazy.
you. Let's.
Man, I'm sorry, Gary.
Yeah.
What can we
you
get?
Can, you can get your money back. Just call customer service.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've canceled one before.
Right now, you could probably get a refund for anything in baseball if you tried.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, if people are in there.
Yeah.
What else? What else you guys got on this? I think we're good.
Yeah. Nobody really
one of
wants
the
to
other-
talk about where they were.
One of the other things that was or bad or been a lot better. What are people's thoughts on this Trevor Bauer football game?
Okay, it was marketed as a baseball game.
Yeah.
Just to be fair, I was very excited about the opportunity. Me and Gary talked about it a lot. We were
Yeah.
like, hey, there's a chance that they do a really good job broadcasting this. Like, they might have a full setup. And then the second it went live, Gary texted me and said, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
It was basically a guy standing behind them like, like that was it the whole time.
Well, where were you guys?
Watch momentum stuff. It's like, dude, I get it. Bauer's part of the
it
whole
depends
crew,
on where
know?
you were watching though, because they were streaming on
multiple
different
places.
devices.
But it doesn't matter. All the devices suck.
Yeah.
You know?
because they weren't.
It was
Yeah.
it was very quickly put together because he wanted to.
They didn't have to.
Oh, I think he did
Yeah.
because he wanted to make sure nobody showed up that couldn't be there.
Well, also MLB
and
would have
everything
shut it
being
down.
shut down.
100%.
Oh,
I think his
okay.
thing was like, we're going to put it together as fast as we can. We're going to make sure nobody knows where it is or what time it is. We're going to announce an hour before because it'll be too late for MLB to shut it down. And there'll be no media that shows
Man,
up.
they had multiple cameras. They could have had different shots. They just
His-
gotta get
his-
a kid from ASU to come just work the switchboard or something,
Yeah.
and
His
then they could have had a
platform-
better show.
His platform, Momentum, they usually do a really good job. Like if you've watched a lot of their, because there's a things when he's playing with like Clevenger, like they're playing like a pickup game with high schoolers, and like shot really well, but they
Yeah.
have time to plan for that.
Yeah, you record that and you can edit.
Yeah,
and
you
you can
can-
color correct it, all that kind of
I
stuff.
saw like
But
Pete
here-
Alonso say like something that was like, "Hey, if anybody's around, let's play." And then everyone got really mad at him. He's like, "I meant like when we get the all clear."
Yeah,
Yeah,
People were like, "Dude, you're supposed to be quarantined."
Eric says I would have done a better job, bro. We know.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah,
You're a
He should
professional.
shoot ours. All pitch, you hit. and then-
Blitzball, dude. I'm telling you, blitzball.
not blitzball. Let's play real baseball. You might wear.
No,
you
I don't
might-
trust you.
You might wear a few. I
man,
You've
I
hit
can hear
me
your ball
so
like
many times.
coming from like 60 yards. It's scary. catching.
It's hard.
Katie says I watched 5 seconds of it and turned it off.
Yeah, I did too.
It really
I was
was
probably
not
about 10
good.
seconds in before I was like, "We're not getting any content out of this."
I mean,
No.
it was nice. It was like a cool little distraction. It gave people hope.
there
for
was
something.
one little clip where Clevenger joked that they were going to be shut down for 3 months, and then everybody ran with that little clip. So
Yeah, but really, it just felt like a bunch of bros getting together and
well, yeah,
laughing.
Dietrich was there, so
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, Dietrich.
So it was lame. We're gonna do better. I think we have to. And also, how did they not get
Easily.
enough people for a full 9-on-9? It was over the line. They were playing over the line.
How many people like Trevor Bauer?
Well, dude, you should have. Every single person in the comments was like a minor leaguer that was like just excited about the opportunity to get to play something with a major league player.
Mr.
Honestly,
Bauer,
that's all
sir?
it was. They were all like, "Man, my friend, I'm so excited about this dude. I am so there." Like it was like 40 minor leaguers.
Yeah.
Couple big leaguers were like, "Yeah, I'm down. Whatever." Like,
Like Belly or like they'll do it right. They did the whole softball game for
They would.
charity. They would do
Yeah.
it right. The whole live stream, get it? Trevor's trying to build up momentum for that momentum account.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But it's just they try to say, "Oh yeah, we're trying to raise $1 million for charity," and it's like that's garbage too. It's just like, come on, man. If you're gonna do it, and you're really trying to, you really want to pander to the crowd, then try to make some money. Like
gotta figure out
you
how
haven't
much
said
money they
anything
made.
about how much money they made, which probably is zero. They made no money because we know.
Well,
like
they-
no sponsors. There's no sponsor mentionship.
They launched
nothing.
the GoFundMe for it though. I'm gonna look up at how much they
Okay.
actually made from
Yeah,
it because
I mean,
it was sitting pretty much around $15,000 for like a while.
What they did that in a day, less than a day,
He put it together in about
20 hours.
maybe like 35.
Yeah, if
30
you said
hours,
that
maybe.
they felt the pressures from MLB to get it done ASAP, then look, that's fine. It was a cool thing to do within 24 hours, but there's an opportunity here for a lot of people to make some money, like for charities and for the MLB staff and stadium workers.
Yeah,
There's
Charles.
a lot more people too.
Charles Hamill says, I thought it was cool of Bauer to do, but it could have been better. But like everybody, gets why it was done. Brian says, I watched the whole thing, needed some sort of baseball. And ultimately, that's what it started out as, was, hey, guys, here is some baseball to watch. And then they figured out, they can't just do it. It would be really lame if they just did it for the sake of playing baseball together with your bros. That's a lame excuse. If you're trying to get some sort of money out of it, you're trying to get, charity out of it, then it's like, okay, this is okay. This is nicer, but it is what it says. It is what it is. Michelle Carter says, Todd Davis. I could not agree more. Todd Davis. You forgot where you put it?
I'm finding it. Don't worry.
All right.
It'll all be good. You
Well,
can
I
keep
ran out.
talking
I
about some
ran out
stuff.
of banter there. Like I
that's
tried to buy you some time,
I don't need time.
But yeah,
Why should she say Todd Davis?
I have no idea who Todd Davis is.
She just
But
likes Todd
like,
Davis.
can we do it? Can we do something? I mean, we won't get big league players, but can we do something like with just the three of us and do it better?
Well, we could no doubt do it better.
Yeah,
Eric-
I think we have the equipment to do it better.
Eric, are you down?
Eric has the equipment for sure.
Put it to 7 Nation
Oh,
Army.
because you're on his
Oh, yeah.
his OnlyFans account. You've seen Eric's equipment, huh?
Yeah, I have the equipment, man.
rig.
Damn it.
Yeah.
His rig.
No lie. Eric knows. Eric should know. After I saw his camera, I went to go buy one.
Yeah.
It's true.
Eric says that was not baseball. Yeah, we were robbed of baseball. It was something. There was a trash can.
He said it was something. There was a trash can.
There was a trash can that was funny.
They raised $24,000
Hey, you know what? That's
something
You know what?
in 2 days.
Let's take the pitching machine that I have, go to the baseball
And
field,
just watch me rake.
and then watch you just. Let's see how many, and people donate $10 for
every home run.
So
So
a buck for every single.
We raised $20.
Yeah. And
Well,
we'll
if
just
it's
do
on
it.
that, you didn't go to that field, huh? Yeah, if
Oh,
it's
the
on that
baby
one
field?
field, the one where
No, not where Stan went. That's a little league field. We'll go to the real fields down there.
Stan's probably not watching. This is
Hey,
not
Stan
social
hit
distance.
one.
Yeah, he did. I
Out
mean, it
of
was a pop up.
54 or something.
That's okay. Good job, Stan. We're proud of you.
Gloria Bell on I think she's Gloria Bell on Twitter says they did troll the Astros a little, and she enjoyed that. That was funny. That was about the most useful thing of it, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
That's pretty much it. That's
Yeah.
that about sums up the Bauer Sandlot
Then the
game.
next day, you see Bregman and Springer and everybody donating food over to Houston. You mean the food that wasn't going to be used at the Astros games?
Probably, yeah.
Well, I think after that is when everybody realizes it's a lot more real than it was, or a lot more real than anybody was taking. They probably knew the bars were going to be closed down, and that's when you know it's real. Bars
Yeah.
closed down.
Bars are closing down. We
It's
gotta go.
But one of the things we were talking about before, we'll get into this last little bit here, and we'll sign off. We know it's been a long show. It's been a long, interesting ride for us over the last couple of days, week or so. So, looking just how we titled the last one of these streams. It's like, hey, Kershaw was named opening day start, all this kind of stuff. Happy.
The world is on fire.
And then now we have this. But Roach is down for wiffle ball when it happens, and he also wonders why the Jim Halpert bobblehead is all the way in the back.
I didn't.
'Cause
Feel
that's where
it
he belongs.
I didn't feel it appropriate to put him front and center today.
Where didn't you make you making bobbleheads of us?
Yeah, well, those people might be dead too. So
Step your game up, bro. But there are actual baseball implications, and Gary, you were talking about that earlier. It's like for the Dodgers and for us in a way, Mookie's been considered a rental all off season after getting him, and it's like, how does this work? How does I mean, nobody knows. We don't know, but how? Like, what's the best way to make these contracts work? People that were going to be in their walk years, if they get in 100 games, in their platform seasons, you're not going to get it. Like, do you get as much? Like, how does this work? What do we do? How do we get paid?
we don't know. That's the best part of it. The worst part too, but we really just don't know. There's been talks. Gary, you had brought up the thing that you had saw on Twitter that was basically you can explain.
Yeah,
that.
I mean, I saw it on Twitter. I don't know if I'm right. So if someone's watching and they can explain this, if the Dodgers do not play more than 140 games, or any MLB doesn't play more than 140 games, that means they get one more year of player control. And then would that mean that we get one more year of Mookie?
I think what that's referring to is not all contracts. That is referring to service time for players that were within arbitration eligible.
Right.
Yeah. So that's like the Chris Bryant situation. That similar type of thing where it's like if you're not there for a certain amount of games, we get to maintain control. Those contracts are year to year.
Yeah.
If you're talking about a major league contract where you're a veteran contract, doesn't matter if you play any games, 0 games or 162 games. It's on a 1 year contract.
I mean, Mookie's the first person I thought of.
By counter to that would also be that this is unprecedented. This has never happened before. And the only delays in games have been from wars and from strikes.
No, I heard it was in the NBA CBA. I wonder if there's a doomsday clause in the MLB.
There has to be.
CBA,
it's so
right? And what happens?
It's so
there?
extensive. There has to be.
Then players don't get paid. And then I read the other thing is that some players aren't going to get paid because it's spring training. They don't get paid until opening day.
Yeah. So
what?
The Dodgers just committed to paying their minor leaguers, which is good because nobody's paying their minor leaguers. If you've seen
April 9th, right? Through April 9th.
Through April 9th. So if you've seen some of the other reports from people like reporters have been asking minor leaguers like, hey, message me, like, what's going on with you guys? We don't care about the big leaguers. They're getting their contracts. We don't care about that. They're getting paid regardless. What's going on with you guys? Because those guys rely on spring training stipends to get them to the start of the season so that they can get paid. If they don't have that spring training stipend from now until April, because minor league season starts later, they don't have anybody to pay them. They have nothing to do. Worst part is these guys, when they're not in season, they're substitute teaching or substitute coaching or something along those lines.
Or our barbacks like Kyle Garlick.
Or that. Schools are dead. Bars are closed. Like, all these guys don't have jobs to go back to. Like, there's the one guy that I forget whose name, but he was working for DoorDash or something like that. And he has that job, but he made like $60-something on one day. And like, that's what he made.
Yeah.
A minor league baseball player who was drafted by our major league team and still has not been paid by his big league team.
But I mean, like, people at Rancho, like, I've heard stories of players there. Like, people over at Rancho, Cucamonga Quakes, they organize fundraisers or whatever to get toilet paper or essentials for the players now. And right now, we all know there's a shortage. Right. What are the players going to do? I think there's different things here. I think players also are staying at people's homes, taking up resources. And now, like, resources are tight. What are these families going to do?
We make more money than a lot of minor league baseball players, which is something that's when you're looking at that, you're like, holy crap. Like, first of all, nobody should make more money than we do. Second of all, like, these are guys who are professional baseball players that aren't being paid enough to survive. And not only that, they're not being set up to be prepared for a situation like this, which is the worst case scenario. Like, baseball has really screwed them over in the sense that, like, you're looking at maybe you've now committed $1 million to team employees, like arena people at stadiums, before you've committed any money to minor league players. Before that, like, it took the Dodgers doing it on their own. Just like, great, the Dodgers did it, the Rays did it, a few other teams have done it so far. It's becoming an increasing trend, and I hope it goes all the way across baseball. But it seems strange to be like, here's the employees, let's take care of the employees first. Like, it's great. I'm so glad the state employees were taken care of, because I reached out to Twitter, had a lot of people DM me like, we don't think we're getting paid. Like, we think we're going to be out of the job for the first couple months of the season and maybe for the whole season. I'm glad they're being taken care of, and I knew that was going to happen on some level. We've seen in the NBA players step up. Zion pretty much by himself was like, anybody who works at the arena, like, for 30 days, I'm going to cover your salaries. A kid, 19-year-old kid just said, I'm going to cover your salaries for 30 days. Great. Blake Griffin taking care of the Pistons. Kevin Love taking care of the Cavs. It's all over the place. Gobert doing the $500,000 donation thing. It's being taken care of. Baseball has not really seen it yet. The good news is, though, they are taking care of their employees, and that's been dictated across the league, which I personally wasn't expecting. Major League Baseball is very stingy with their money, and they don't like to spend. It needs to carry over to the minor league players. There's just I can't fathom.
I'll make the argument that I would want to take care of those stadium workers first before the minor league players. That's just me. I get it. I mean, it's hard to argue both.
You almost got to work at them.
Minor leaguers.
Yeah, you almost got to look at them.
No, I get that, but it's like stadium workers at professional.
Like, if you're not a top 5 round draft pick, you're really not getting baseball.
No, yeah. If you're not a top 5, you have no money. Like these guys.
You should start selling your autographs yourself.
Well, no,
minor league players.
These guys don't even want. Nobody wants their autographs. That's the thing. Like, if you're not a top 10 prospect, like, no one really cares about you. Even if you are a top 10 prospect, sometimes nobody cares about you. Yeah, depends on where you're playing.
Like $20.
Yeah, like, I mean, Quakes players are lucky. They play in a good location to where they can be recognized, and they do have some sort of spotlight on them. But then you got guys like, I don't know, man. Like, you got guys like deep in the country there. You have no spotlight on them. Play for a bad organization or a high class A for their organization, making almost nothing during the season, and then you take the season away from them, and they don't have a place to stay. They don't have food that they get to eat. They don't get their payment that they were supposed to get, and now they're supposed to go do some random job that they hopefully have.
Well, you were talking about the $60 DoorDash dude. He made that in one night or one day or whatever. Yeah. I think the story went that that was the first time he'd been paid since November?
Yeah.
$60. That many months.
Yeah, because once the season ends, they stop getting paid by their organizations. So he was counting on the season to start for him to be able to get his paycheck, because they were supposed to get their first paycheck like now.
Yeah.
It's in baseball.
Tough. But, I will correct when you said, this is the worst case scenario. It's not nuclear war or whatever would be the worst case scenario. But, it's bad for what we want. And, we just hope we can find a way through it. And we're going to do everything we can, at least on our side, to help people through it. And, I don't know. We'll figure out something.
Yeah, we're gonna just be a distraction, like we said, and
at the very least,
we'll figure it out. And like everybody is figuring it out right now. It hasn't been a week yet, so let's just do it all together and treat everybody the right way. Watch out for the elders, and let's try to make sure we're still civilized here.
Mm-hmm. In the meantime, you can keep up with everything baseball and Corona on DodgersNation.com. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Dodgers Nation TV on YouTube. That we are. Subscribe to Blue Heaven Podcast. We are on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play, Stitcher Radio, Player FM. Oh, so many more. We're going to do everything we can to keep getting you guys content, keep everybody entertained, and also kind of keep everybody abreast of the situation, if you will.
He said breast.
Hey.
I'm at BrookMe3. This guy over here is at RealFRG. We are both on Twitter and Instagram. We are at Dodgers Nation on Twitter, at Official Dodgers Nation on Instagram. You can find us there, read all of our great content, see all of our great posts that go up there every single day, and check back for any updates, because we're just waiting on updates. So huge thank you to you guys for being with us today. Thank you to Mr. Gary Lee back there on the buttons. Thank you for your questions and comments. Thank you for everything. Please stay safe.